I want killer players to really understand that you can only do so much in solo queue. You can only lead your team to victory so many times. You can only run a killer for so long just to see somebody not on generators. And I just think it's so effing disrespectful to just assume that, oh, well, because you have a lot of hours into the game and you look fancy in your chases, which I would argue in this chase, I didn't really do all that much fancy. I mean, you know, it was kind of late. I could have connected the loops better, but keep in mind, I don't have windows on, so I don't know what's up. I don't know what's around me. So it's Bubba. He's using his one-shot power, so I'm just going to do what I can, right? I'm not saying in disrespecting killer mains. I want y'all to really understand this. I am not disrespecting killer mains and saying that you guys do not have it hard against certain levels in MMR and stuff like that. See, here's the thing. Killers can go up in MMR before a good survivor can go up in MMR. Does that make sense? Where I can get maybe better teammates, maybe a 3 Swift lobby or a 2-man that's have like my hours, like 6,000, 5,000 hours or whatever, right? You can only get that like at a very small percent. See, I operate off probabilities, not possibilities, right? And I'm a big fact numbering kind of guy. Like anytime I'm debating anything or DBD, I'm always looking up information. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But again, killers do not seem to understand. Like, listen, this Bubba that's playing by himself, right? It's 4 of us versus 1. He don't know if we're a Swift. He don't know if we're a 2-man, solo queue, whatever. I don't know when I load into a lobby somebody running no mither, and they can't loop at that. Keep this in mind. Nobody's on gens, right? Nobody, not one person. Do a gen. Like you see, I'm pointing to like the flashlight, I'm using the flashlight, but of course, she has the flashlight herself, and she's gonna try to run around with a flashlight and all that other kind of stuff, right? So I wasn't, and then I got stuck on that. Like, I hate this game sometimes, dude. Like I end up like trying to greed something, and then I get stuck by mistake because I'm looking too far behind, and then he would have caught me had he like continued, but I guess he tried to wait for. She saw that I was getting chased, and she's a flashlight user. So she saw I was getting chased, and she said, I'm going to go ahead and try to waste time more and not be on the gen. Because that's what people do in solo queue. This is why I'm saying, you know, there's so much of a burden of performance on a good survivor player. And what I mean by good survivor player, I mean somebody who not understand how to like macro and the obvious objective, which is to knock out generators, but somebody who actually know how to run killer. The hardest thing for survivors is understand how to run killer and keep their time occupied, right? If you have a liability on your team, you can only do so much because you can't stay on gens. You have to constantly heal them. You have to constantly try to take hits for them. It's just not easy. But somebody like myself who actually understand what they're doing in chase, you know, that the most I want to be reciprocated is, hey, I want to look at the icons that we have, because killers love reminding us that we have the icons, and that means we should automatically win games now, because I guess to them they think just because we have the icons that means we automatically gonna win the game. I can't yell at nobody, I can't talk to nobody on my team, no one's on gens. Can y'all see this? Do y'all not understand? Now you may argue, well, it must be your MMR. Dude, if you want to argue that because I'm solo queuing and that's my fault and I don't have friends, then whatever. I'm a grown man. I play the game when I can. But you cannot fairly say that just because I know how to run killer and I got hours into the game that I can make it automatically elevate my teammates who I have no voice comms at all. Like, no, there's no communication. There's literally no communication for me. Oh, but then they'll just say that we're just complaining. But is that not killer? Does killer not complain about MFT? Which, okay, they just now revealed the MFT is just now in the top 10 most used survivor perk. When I did the video or the audio podcast episode, which is called the Survivor Side Story Podcast, please tune into that. I love doing those, and I think it's very insightful. It's like audio of 40 to an hour. You know what I mean? 40 minutes to an hour. It's not bad, really. I don't know what I was doing there. I was just trying to be stupid. But keep this in mind. This was really stupid. Why are you still on a gen and there's a Bubba behind you and we're at 4 gens? You have, like, why are you sitting? Listen. I don't mean to get too loud. I want y'all to understand. This is what we have to go through. Why would you literally, your death hook, there's a Bubba, he's right there. Why would you just sit there and still try to do a gen? Killers, it is just you in your games. You don't have a trapper not trapping the basement and your Bubba trying to pressure gens. You don't have that. But we survivor mains, we have that. And then now I just now see a Meg on a gen. I'm not trying to dump on Megs, but she wasn't on a gen. She wasn't doing anything, which I'm gonna show you a little bit later. Besides, also too, I had a birthday 4 days ago. You know, shout out to me, Big 33 out here. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm on vacation until tomorrow. Like I was off like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, yesterday, and today. It was actually pretty cool. I got some, you know, editing done, all that kind of stuff, right? But the point is, what I'm saying, I'm not trying to say killer is easy. A lot of times killers do this thing where like they operate off what's happening in the game that's negative versus the outcome. Because every killer's gonna tell you, oh, it's not easy, which I'm never saying it's easy. I played killer before. I know it's not easy. It wasn't. Listen, it wasn't easy that I was even playing killer and I was still averaging a 2K and I wasn't even that good at the game. So you can only imagine that what I'm saying is for killer's base, it's a 2K. For killers, most killers, it's the 2K. That's their base. Their ceiling or at the top, it's the 4K. That means if you know what you're doing, you're gonna win most of your games. And if you don't, you can still likely get a 2K, which means you're still not losing. It's a draw. I had a guy on Twitter today literally say, well, a 2K is technically a draw, but it's still not a win because it's not a 3K or better. But see, again, that's not logical. It's still half. Now, you lose the game and go down MMR as killer if you get 1 kill or less. Then look, I want y'all to, and I know I'm juicing him, right? Pause for really on that one. And I tried to like vacuum him, but that's done. But that Meg is not doing anything. She didn't go for the save. She's just sitting around. And I understand, well, I know I can't just like look at my gameplay and only, but I want y'all to see what's happening because the cannibal literally said, okay, I'm about to go ahead and help the Yui because, okay, clearly she's running, even though I don't think she understands she's giving up scratch mark. And again, she might be a new player. I understand it. Like, well, he or she might be new and all that kind of junk. But I want y'all to understand that this is what survivors have to go through every day. Y'all don't understand how hard it is to actually win that survivor. You can play survivor. And what it is it's a weird perspective of I'm only seeing what I want to see as killer. Killer only sees the bad times. They don't think about the good times. They don't think about the fact that they win their games at the end of the day, or they don't even lose. It's a draw. They don't think about the fact that like, hey, at the end of it, and now she's finna go tell what she is. They don't think about the fact that like this is what we have to go through. Somebody just hiding all day. Y'all don't look at that. Y'all don't look at the fact that at the end of the day, I can loop you for like 4 gens and still die because I got camped in the basement and my teammates not doing anything and they're hiding all day. I'm not trying to dump on killer. This is why I want people to check out I'm almost at 2,000 subs. I've been struggling for like a few months now trying to get to like 10 subs. It's been rough out here. Part of it is lack of motivation because I feel like this game is just really what it is. This is what I go through every day. What is that? Like, you have to ask yourself as a survivor, what is your overall point and meaning if you to run the killer and try to get good at the game or having fun when you're playing by yourself when this is just the outcome? Killers, and let me just debunk this too. You can't just say just because you're in Swift, you're automatically going. I can get 3 of my friends or my associates from my job, play DBD. We're all technically a 4-man stack and still lose because they don't know what they're doing. So like what are you talking about? So I just wanted to come at y'all with that today. I just want y'all to understand like the stuff that I go through every single day that I play this game. Survivor the game is not survivor sided. The devs I can even put a link. I probably won't though, but I can really do it. But the devs even said it. I remember I did a video on it like a while ago. The devs literally even said it's the reason why they want to kill rates to get better. They want to get higher than just 50%. But if 50% is half, which means you're not winning but you're not losing, it's a draw as killer, right? And if they buffed it at the 6.1.0 patch, why would it make sense to think that killer is doing worse? Wouldn't that mean that they will do better if they actually nerf survivor? I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Is this game still survivor sided? Hope you guys have a blessed day. Thank you for watching. Be safe and peace.